Bilal. Tonight you went up against some of the best players in the league at your position. What was that like? What was this test like for you?
Oh, that was nice. I'm used to watch them in the All-Star weekend and everything, and now playing against them was such a great experience. Yeah.
What did you learn from this game?
That you got to compete because them guys are here to win. Every possession, they're going to play hard, so you got to play hard too.
Bilal, what were the conversations like with coaches after the first quarter, when obviously they'd already gotten the first lead up, but how did your task change, or what was Wes telling you guys?
Yeah, he was saying to everybody, we just got to compete because we were not playing our basketball. That was not us, so just be us, play like physical. We were letting them whatever they wanted to do, so yeah, just be physical and compete.
When you're going up against guys who have a lot more weight, they're older than you, everything like that, how are you trying, I guess, to use your body when you don't necessarily have the same physicality? Do you see what I'm saying? What can you do to kind of try to negate that, or what are coaches telling you from that standpoint?
I mean, defensively, I'm just trying to anticipate a little bit what they're doing because I've been watching a lot of films just to see how they move, what they be doing. So, yeah, I just kind of know how they play, so I can anticipate sometimes. Sometimes I get caught, but that's basketball. And, yeah, I'm just trying to anticipate a little bit and play as hard as possible.
I don't know if you know this, but you were the youngest player to ever start in a Wizards game. Is that something you were aware of before the game, or did you just learn that right now?
Yeah, I just learned that. Yeah, that's great.
How does that feel?
No, that feels great. Making history, it's always good, for sure.
Just when did you find out that you would be starting tonight?
I shoot around this morning because, yeah, I knew that Gaff was out, so I knew that I was starting, yeah.
Just after going through the experience of guarding Tatum, guarding Brown, is there something that immediately stands out to you as, okay, this is something I want to improve going forward?
Yeah, I'll say sometimes just be way more physical because they be playing with shoulders, they know how to create space. So, yeah, just got to be ready to, contest those shots and do whatever you want because sometimes they're going to make it even though you're playing great defense. So just don't be frustrated and play as hard as possible.
How'd you feel with the dunk towards the end?
Felt good. Everybody was hyped up. So, yeah, always good.
Hi, Kuz. Just what are your thoughts after a loss like that?
I think this is a good learning lesson for us. I think we may lose a ton of games this year, but it can't be like that. I think for us we need to find our competitive spirit within all of this. Like everyone's talking about development and growing guys, but at the same time, it's not about handing it to people. Like you need to come out and compete, be competitive, play for one another, and then we kind of go from there. So,
what was it like trying to compensate for the loss of Gaff against them?
Well, just having a bigger body out there. I think outside of the barrage of threes that they hit, it was very easy for them to get to the rim. Gaff or not, at the end of the day, we have to take pride in guarding our man and, letting that be the first line of defense and then worry about, help side and stuff. But, like I said, I think it's a learning lesson. I think the best thing about basketball is we play another game Wednesday and, just got to strap it on. So.
How comfortable were you starting at the 5, and is that something you foresee maybe going forward as an option or playing some small ball 5?
Well, I mean, it's just basketball at the end of the day. I don't really think there's positions on the basketball court, in this modern day age of basketball. But, I'm comfortable playing anywhere on the court. I think, just my knowledge, understanding, knowing the plays, knowing what the 5 is supposed to do. I think that's why kind of coach, elected me to be right there. So,
Kyle, how do you sum up the contributions Porzingis made here? And although you're more concerned about the outcome of the game, what was it like to at least see him in both before the game and after the game?
KP, man, he's such a great dude. I think he left a lasting impact on me. Just being so easygoing and relaxed and chilled. I think a lot of times for me, I'm very uptight a little bit and stressed, when I'm playing basketball. But, being his teammate, just tranquilo a little bit. So, he made a huge impact here. He was a great locker room guy. Everybody loved him. And I'm happy for him. He has a chance to really do something that he wants to do in his career. He's never really had that opportunity to play on a contending type of team, and he fits in seamlessly over there. Not really having to do too much. Block a few shots, hit a few threes, and it just looks like he's having a lot of fun. So I'm happy for him.
It seemed like tonight was a really good test for Bilal. How do you think he fared?
I think, he's still just learning. It's going to take some time. I think, certain things that he can learn and pick up on is obviously if we're playing this small ball type of team, fives are probably guarding him. So really just realizing, okay, I got to put my guy into action because the 5-man's guarding me. And, obviously, if a 5's on, they're probably going to let him shoot. So just learning how to play within that, you know what I mean? So, like I said, it's a long season. He's a rookie. He's 19. He's got to learn, and he will learn because he wants to learn. So,
Wes, what was it like, and how do you feel like it went as you guys tried to compensate for Gaff's loss?
Well, obviously the first quarter didn't go well. I want to give them credit. They're a really good team, and they got a lot of weapons. But that starting group that we put out tonight hadn't played 1 minute in the preseason in totality. So, I think we played on our heels most of that quarter. Thankfully, we were able to bounce back a little bit. Better in the second, third, fourth. I think -4. After the first quarter. So we showed a little fight, and I was proud of those young guys for competing. And just trying to do the right thing and play with energy, be up, be aggressive. It can change things.
Speaking of young guys, how do you think Bilal did in the defensive assignments he drew tonight?
He was solid. Yeah, I think he obviously missed shots. He missed some open ones that we'll live with. Then he had a great drive, and I think that's just got to be his mindset. Just don't allow teams to bait you into shots that you're uncomfortable taking. If it finds you in rhythm, shoot it. If not, make a quick decision, get off of it, or attack.
Wes, what was your rationale not going with someone who's closer to a traditional center, like someone like a Gallo or a Muscala?
Well, we knew that Porzingis, he really gets going early in the first quarter. We've seen that, and to try and take some of the 3-point shots away, just coverage threes. Now they made lion's share of threes, just off the bounce, one-on-one. There were, of course, some coverage mistakes that led to threes, some offensive rebounds that led to threes. But it took his pick and pop out, being able to switch. We had plenty of size out there, so that was the rationale.
How tough is it that when your team fronted him, they found him with pinpoint passes, and when you didn't front him, they found him anyway?
Yeah, you can't take it all away. Obviously, they're playing inside the line. They're tough twos. It's ideally you take all those options away. It's tough to do so. And when we're switching 1 through 5, he's going to have a small. He's going to try and roll him, and we've of course seen that. But if they want to tough two us to death, that's certainly better than the way they want to play, and that's just spreading the floor, attacking, driving kick, finding threes.
Wes, did you see any of the solid foundational basketball that you guys were talking today, and where did it come against, obviously, an uphill battle? But
Well, I think after that first quarter we saw glimpses, but particularly in the fourth. But I know you could say they're, into your bench guys for them and some of our young guys, but it doesn't matter. They just played the right way. They played hard, and just played with this level of aggression. So I give them a lot of credit that, you get down 37. I think we cut it to 15. And that's not easy. And regardless of the score, they kept playing and just tried to chip away.
There was a moment where Kuz comes over to you and you guys are chatting. Just what's that dialogue like, and how do you try and implement it right away or later on? Or
No, it's those conversations happen quite often, and whether it's in huddle or during a dead ball, free throw. Of course, I want players' input. What do they see? What do they like? What do they want to run? It's just normal flow of the game conversation, and you take all that into account and you make a decision.